Hi there, my name is Nethiam, and today we're playing Pentiment. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. When we last left off, we were gonna go talk to Gertrude. Got distracted by a couple of people, and, but let's go. Let's carry on. Looks like it's getting colder. Starting to get into winter here, I think. Oh, we're also gonna explore the ruins. I should talk to Sister Gertrude, since she was a Benedictine nun at Kiersau before the poor Clares arrived. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. She would be able to tell me all about the convent's history for the mural. Cool. Let's go. I assume she's in here somewhere. She is! Hi, Gertrude. Gertrude's great. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask of you. Of course, Magdalene. I'll help however I can. I have a book, the Historia Taciae, and I can't read it very well. Can you help me translate it? Oh, I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. I'm sorry, Magdalene. That's all right, sister. I'll have to find another way. Who else? There was one more thing, if you don't mind. It's about the rat house mural. Oh, did you need more paint? I believe I have enough galls stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I actually wanted to ask you about the history of Kiersau, actually. I'd like to include the Abbey's founding and the history of Tacian saints to the rat house mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew, since he lived at the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Brother Matthew became a reverend, did he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Whoa, you got a bug. Right on your face there, Gertrude. Just that little beetle. Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor Clares don't allow outsiders within that convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. Oh boy. That old bag. Well, that makes my job difficult. Let me finish, Magdalene Druckerin. What are we saying? However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. Oh boy. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover while contemplating the holy life, I have always been drawn to your veil, sister. Yes, I see. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? I assume everything is going to take some time, including spelunking in the old monastery. But hopefully I can do both. I'm going to say no. No, I have other things to do first. Very well. Come find me if you change your mind. God bless you, Magdalene. I think if I had to pick one thing to do, or one thing to not do, it is that. I would like to see if I could... Oh. Never mind. I thought maybe I could sneak into the monastery, or the abbey, or whatever. I'm going to go into the Shrine of St. Moritz in just a second. Alright, interesting. Maybe that's not an option for me at the moment. Unless there's another way in. I think Andreas knew of another way in, but I don't know if Magdalene would know. Somebody implied that there might be more information in this shrine than meets the eye, but the Hand of St. Moritz. The poor Clares take care of it now that the Benedictines are gone. Alright. Bummer. Let's see what we got in the journal. Yeah, I would love to go and check it out. I love how it's all smudged, as if that page is covered in soot or charcoal. Very cool. What are these objectives, you say, huh? Is that the mill? Oh, right, Elsie had something to say. And maybe Father Thomas? Well, Father Thomas has already told us to shove it. From what I understand, but maybe there's something else we can talk about. I think I might explore my options a little bit more before... Oh, wow, we got a lot of stuff crossed off. Everyone is too distracted by their own work or doesn't know Latin well enough to read the Historia Tassiae. I suppose I won't be able to use it as a reference for the mural after all. Whoa, could I have done something different? Maybe not pissed Werner off as much? Bummer. Alright. Well... Oh, wait, what was this? They're all crossed off over to the left. Why is that? The letters are done. I should go to bed. I guess... I don't know. Alright, I'm going to go talk with a couple of people back down in town before I do the Gertrude thing. Hopefully that will give me... Hopefully none of them will need to pass up time as well. But if they do, I will evaluate which one I'd like to use my time on. Assuming, pretending, contemplating the idea that I might only be able to do one. What's up, Andres? Magdalene? Absolutely. How's it going, Paul? Hello, Magdalene. I'm here to talk to your mom. Oh, look at all these fancy people. Hi, Anna. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, Anna. How are you? Oh, keeping busy. There's always plenty to do around the house. How is the mural coming? Paul mentioned your progress is quite impressive. Oh, I'll have to thank him. That's high praise coming from a councilman. Truth be told, he enjoys following your progress. I'll have to bring Andreas and Ulrika by sometime to see your progress. Okay. Said progress twice. We won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they'd love to learn about the process. You're all more than welcome, but watch your step. There's plaster everywhere. I've just mixed a new batch to keep the wall moist. It's hard to maintain the right texture when it's so cold out. Oh, I can imagine. I had a similar problem when I helped my mother in the bakery. Rolling dough in winter was such trouble. We had to throw out so many batches that wouldn't rise. Your discipline is admirable, Magdalene. You know, I was a real rascal back in the day. Really? Skipped on working with my parents. Isn't it supposed to be skipped out? Or can you say just skipped on? Skipped out on? Skipped on working with my parents more times than I can count. So it wasn't Big York who was the troublemaker. Sound like a regular St. Augustine. Yeah, this is more personal, I think. But you're so hardworking, Anna. I can't imagine you making trouble. It is funny to consider, isn't it? I mean, good old Ulrika's hat right there is stolen. I was a thief and scoundrel. It started with cakes from my mother's table, still hot from the oven. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets I found around town. Ulrika's little hat once even belonged to Andreas Mahler, your father's friend. I stole it from his head. Of course, stealing is against the Lord's commandments. So my father would make me return everything if I hadn't eaten it already, and marched me to church to pray. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me more often than Sunday mornings. Oh, Anna. I guess you got tired of saying Ave Marias? Oh yeah, what changed? I grew out of the habit over time. I think I started to see why my parents had such a devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. But when the troubles started in town, I realized my thieving wasn't doing any good. Not to mention, I saw what happened to Martin Bauer. I decided I'd rather honor my father and mother as God commands. It gives me grace with Andreas and Ulrika on the hard days, and with the rest of the town, too. Yeah, I think Ulrich would be proud. Thank you, Magdalene. That means more than you know. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of mural work to do. I'll see you later, Anna. God bless you, Magdalene. I like Anna. She's cool. Hi, Ulrika. Hello, Mag. Elsie, you are the one who I'm here to talk to. Magdalene, dear, what brings you up the hill? Yeah. Dad was telling me your family's been in Tassine for hundreds of years. Oh, is this for the mural? It would be a pleasure to see the Muellers featured in the Rat House. They've been a pillar of Tassine for generations. Though I'm afraid I only know a little bit about them. And much of that I've heard from others. Leonard didn't care to talk about the past. I meant your family, the one you were born to. Your family family name was Caviezel, wasn't it? Oh. Not a soul in town has asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think my neighbors had forgotten us. I'm not surprised your father remembers the Caviezels. Caviezels. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. I'm the last of us left now. Okay, sure. Caviezel doesn't sound like a local name. Why wouldn't it be? I am Bavarian. It is my name, so it is a Bavarian name. No one else in town has a name like that. And shouldn't you be Caviezelin? I have always been called Caviezel, as were my sisters and mother, and her mother before her. My grandfather told me that the Caviezels have lived in this area for hundreds of years. Perhaps even 1,000, though it seems impossible to imagine a time so long ago. The Caviezels were pagans? Yeah. Yes, the original Bavarian people, here even before the Romans. My grandfather said his grandfather told him the Caviezels resettled the town after the Romans left. Built their new home right on the spot where they had been living when the Romans arrived. Interesting. Doesn't that seem unlikely to you? Oh, who can say? Why does a story need to be true? However true it may or may not be doesn't matter, Magda. Well, it matters that I believe it. I believe it, that it connects me to my ancestors. When I think of the ancient Caviezels driven from their land only to find it again and become Christians, they feel nearer to me. Do you understand? I think so. It's like when my dad tells me stories about courting my mom. I don't remember her face, but when he tells me about her smile, I can almost recall it. Yes, it doesn't matter whether you really remember. When I sing my sister's favorite songs to Ulrika, I may not know all the words anymore, but that's all right. That's how things change over time. Just as I may not know exactly how the Caviezels resettled Tassing. What matters is that I feel close to her and them, even though they are so far from me now. That is what stories are for, Magda. Now go on. You've got a mural to complete. Yeah. Thank you, Elsie. You've given me much to consider. God bless you, Magdalene, dear. Cool. Alrighty. Christian Tassing. We'll see about that. All right. So you think the church has something to offer me, do you? Tell me more. What's this? Does this have any weight for Magdalene here? It's a cool painting. Mary, Mother of Jesus. It's strange to see her with a maze like this. I don't know what that could mean. Hello, Thomas. God bless you, Magdalene. And God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course. What can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about Tassine's saints. I'd like to represent them in the rat house. I'm thrilled to hear it. The saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the murals. I may incorporate them. No, not as a centerpiece, simply as part of Tassine's history. Of course. I consider our saints to be central to Tassine's history, Kirsau's too. But you know there is one saint you're overlooking. Yeah, Mary? Yes, well done, Magdalene. Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint. And she visited one of the peasants here in Tassine centuries ago. Is that where the painting came from? An apparition? Yes, exactly. I read about something similar happening in the mountains near Genoa, Mary appearing to a peasant. I believe it. The Blessed Virgin has appeared to many people all over Christendom. Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the Bishop of Freising that she had appeared. The peasant traveled down to Freising, but the bishop would not see or hear him. Okay, keep listening. The peasant returned to Tassine and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the Bishop of Freising. Why didn't you just give him the labyrinth the first time? No, we'll just keep listening. Let him talk. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant, who told him of the 2 apparitions he had seen here in Tassine. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story, and he came here to Tassine. Okay. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. Alright. And so the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. The people of Tassine have been using it ever since. When was the painting made? I'm not sure. Maybe 100 years ago. Maybe 300. Thanks. And of course, I couldn't tell you the artist, unfortunately. But it's been here as long as anyone can remember. Do you really think that story is true, Father Thomas? Well, of course I do. Why wouldn't I? There's a Till Eulenspiegel story. Oh, this one again. Continue. He went around with a head that he said belonged to a saint, preaching as though he were a priest. And everyone prayed and donated to him as though it were real, never knowing the truth. Magdalene, is the story of Till Eulenspiegel true? No, of course not. It's just a funny story. But you see truth in it, yes? I suppose. Something to think about. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. Have I convinced you to include the saints prominently in the mural? I'm still considering it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you will find that prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you and your work, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. All right. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure where either of those have led me. This is the only one that's still not crossed off. Uh-huh. Okay. Father Thomas, let's see. I talked with Elsie about the history of her family. She said they were displaced from their land by the Romans, but returned to the same spot. I think it might have been the same for many families in the centuries following Tassin's abandonment. It'd be nice to commemorate the return of the local people in the mural. Father Thomas told me about the history of Our Lady in the Labyrinth and how it came to be. I never realized there was a legend associated with it. I could paint Our Lady along with St. Moritz and St. Satya. That would be a nice way to honor all three. Oof, they're going to love that. All right, well, I don't see a lot of other options. Neither of those things needed a time jump. So, seems as good a time as any to pretend I'm going to join the Poor Clares, I guess. Let's go talk to Gertrude. Doot. Hi, Gertrude. I'm ready for that tour now. God bless you, Magdalene. Would you like to go inside and meet with Mother Francisca now? Yes, let's go. Mother Francisca, I'd like to introduce Magdalene Druckerin. The printer's daughter, yes? God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. Oh, thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is this about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Druckerin to me? Oh, forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in this world, and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Right, yes. Ah, so you've decided to consider my offer after all. If God is calling you to the convent, I am more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the Poor Clares? Oh, God. Worried that helping my father running the shop alone and finish the mural is too much for me. Been reading about the saints and feel called to learn more about their lives. If I become a sister, I won't have to marry, which is far better than being stuck bearing kids for the rest of my life. That's probably the closest to the truth. Had a holy vision. Saint Satya told me that I was destined for higher things. Yeah, this is... Let's go with this one. Hopefully that kind of piety or impression of it at least will impress her. I don't know, probably not. Knowing this game, she's just going to be pissed at me. Regardless of what I pick. I've been reading about the saints and feel called to learn more about their lives and dedication to God. You can certainly devote yourself to the life of the saints with us as a sister. The life of contemplation leads to fulfillment to which no earthly reward can compare. Please, come. I am happy to tell you more of our order. All right. You're going to be real disappointed, but... Whoa, cool. It looks very much like the church, the monastery. I didn't know it was so big, unless this is the monastery. Oh, double monastery. Yeah. Our small convent used to be part of the larger Kirsau double monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the Poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictine that once lived here. Benedictines. We believe that it is not ours to produce, and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassin, as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. We believe that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. Magdalene, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come find me, and we will discuss your decision to join. Hello, Suzanne. Finally. I thought you'd never finish. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting at the in the rat house. I didn't know she was going to be so honest with Suzanne all of a sudden. Where are we going first? Well, I'm going to take a look around. Where are we going first? The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the loquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop, though no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. All right, she's being amiable. Come along, Suzanne. Convent chapel. Loquarium. Let's check out the chapel. Oh, cool. Neato. Oh, Gertrude. This is the chapel where we all gather for mass and liturgy? Liturgy. Liturgy. Not a word I'm familiar with. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's the tower in the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was a Bergfried? Long before the structure became a monastery. Tell me. Bergfried. A freestanding defensive tower, not built for permanent habitation. Whoa! Interesting. Okay. The duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tassin from attacks of spirit and steel for generations. Cool. Huh. There's Latin here, too. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Kirsau's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Well done, Magdalene. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding date. Where? Federici Secundi Castrum Domini Kirsauni. Secundi Castrum Domini. Huh. The Lady Kirsau was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting. Even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Kirsau is unique. A double monastery with 2 saints, 1 male and 1 female, to guard the town and abbey. Foundation of the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire. Seems odd that a monastery would reuse a place meant for war and force. Look, man. Buildings are hard to make. Fascinating to think that even before the Duke gifted to the church. Fortification. Yeah, this seems interesting. So the foundation of the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire. Many things have been built and torn down on this land over generations. Who knows what else used to be here? You were right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the rat house. Then I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. All right. Neato. Come along. What was your name? Sophia? Something. Convent courtyard. Who's this? Oh, it's Marguerite. Still kicking, huh? God bless you, Magdalene. You smell me? Whoa. This is the kitchen. There's not anything that interesting here. Sister Marie and Sister... what? Isabeau? Isabeau. Take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. Alright. Is there a secret door here? Could use that later. Isabeau. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, sister. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills it. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it is my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. That is very noble of you. Just as God, God. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. Okay. Yeah, I don't believe the Lord wants us to suffer, sister. No, child, he does not. Christ's death opened the door to an eternal life without pain. But as long as our souls are bound in this world, suffering will exist. I have chosen to find meaning and devotion to the Lord through my hardship. Yeah, thank you for sharing your perspective with me, sister. You are most welcome, child. God bless you. Cool. Who are you, Marie? God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? Should I be honest with her? I was pretty cavalier with Suzanne here. Yeah, we'll keep the ruse up for a little bit, maybe. Oh, I'm considering joining the convent, so Mother Francisca graciously allowed me to visit with you. Hallelujah. Glory and praise be to God. You've brought such joy to me this day, child. Oh, boy. I haven't actually joined yet, sister. Do you have a strong stomach? Perhaps you can help Sister Isabeau and me in the kitchens. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isabeau has graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong, according to the rule of St. Francis. Mystic, friar, and founder of the Franciscan order, born in Assisi to wealthy parents, St. Francis was called to a life of poverty and preaching with his follower St. Clare, who he helped found the order of Poor Clares. Oh, cool. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire, a lost spirit, trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again. Not to Magdalene, please. Could it have been a ghost of one of the sisters from the founding of the convent? Maybe even St. Tassia? If it was, she has never said a word to me, though I fell prostrate in prayer before her. The spirit, whoever it is, rose up through the ground at vigils. Interesting. Dawn and dusk are the hour when the boundaries between this world and the spiritual world are weakest. We may be the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. Perhaps there was something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before, like the Mithrium. The spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. Why would it come to the convent? Roman spirit might be a great addition to the mural. A spirit in Kirsau? Why would it come to the convent, though? It breaks my heart to think this spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we keep going, Magdalene? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Of course. God bless you, sister. God bless you, child. All right. Wild. Oh. All right, that's how we do this. Is there? Oh, I thought there was a door there. Never mind. No wonder that there's no other way out of here. There's no other way out of here. All right. Well, I think we will continue to explore the convent here, but I think we'll have to do that next episode. When I come back with more Pentiment, we will continue to see what's up in here and see if we can find any more information. That mule we found with Gertrude seems to be pretty good, but there's probably more secrets. Maybe that spirit is something. Who knows? Anyway, we'll have to find out next time. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you all again. Have a good one. Okay, bye! Thank you again for watching the video. If you'd like to see more from me, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when my videos go live. I'd also very much love to hear from you down in the comments below.